I choose to sync with Dropbox. One thing that you need to know though is that with Dropbox, you better make your file, you better name it what you want to name it before you move it into Dropbox. Once it's in Dropbox, you have to change the name by going to like logging into Dropbox online, or by opening the Dropbox on your PC or your computer. Then you can change the name. For example, it's very helpful if you make a naming system for your. Let me go to first year. It's very helpful if you make a naming system to organize all of your medical school classes. Like here's my anatomy folder here. So I have 01, 02, 03, and I named them all based off of the number of order of lecture that they went in, and I called them either notes or slides, so I can know what I'm looking at. So you label all these, and this is test 3, all the test 3 files, all the test 4 files, test 5, test 6. All the files from anatomy are all right here organized. Here's test 6 embryology, and I have them labeled. So organize them into some kind of a logical system, because the teachers do not have them organized logically when you download them online. So that's iAnnotate. I wanted to spend the most time on that because it's very valuable. I also have Enki for iPad. It's a very powerful, good program. It's probably my favorite one. Because this is why Enki is so powerful. Many people don't understand why. Because it's complicated, it's kind of hokey to learn. It's 20 bucks on the iPad. It's really worth it. And it is worth it. And the reason it's worth it is because it automatically schedules the cards you need to know. So the ones you know worst, the least, it's going to schedule very early. And then the ones you know the best, it's going to schedule months down the road, in case you want to keep reviewing for boards. And so you can tell it how far in the future you want to do this. So, for example, this is one from SlyFox. It's a 7,000 flashcards to help you prepare for Step 1 boards. Community-acquired pneumonia and the treatment for community-acquired pneumonia. We actually just studied about this today. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to say I think the treatment is M&Ms. And look at that, I was wrong. It's doxycycline. So I can say I got this wrong, and it's going to show this to me in 1 minute, or I could choose 10 minutes or whatever. I can swipe up on the keyboard here, and it's going to undo my review. I can say 10 minutes or 4 days. If I knew it right off the bat, I can be like, man, shove that thing off the road. Anyway, powerful. Notability is useful when you're making up all your review sessions. Like if you want to make a review sheet, for example, these are some of my first year review sheets for, let's say, physiology. Because physiology doesn't work very well with flashcards. It just doesn't. So these are some of the reviews I made last year for the renal blood flow. So what's nice about it is I can hold down on the screen in this drawing tool, and this little box pops up. And I can zoom in as big or as small as I want to be, as I want to draw. So if I want to add something to this image, I can be able to take it over here. I'm like, I'm going to draw a smiley face here. So, because that's very helpful for me in my learning, right? So I can change all my pencil sizes here, and I can draw a smiley face now. Right there, and so I can make it as small or as large as I want, and it's very, very helpful. And especially now I feel good about myself because there's somebody smiling at me on my screen. And that's the most helpful thing in medical school, is having yourself feel good. So just keep that in mind. This is a nephron, and in it I tried to draw funny images. For example, here's a macrophage that is eating up the macromolecules and pooping them out with prostaglandins and cytokines. Here's a podocyte that is defective because you're having proteinuria. You guys will learn about this the last test, or 5th test of the year, nephrotic syndrome. And I tried to draw like comical or interesting things in each of the for each of the topics with Notability. And Notability is really the best program to do this in. This right here is my drawing of a nephron, and in each of these sections I have sodium, and each part talks about the gradients. This is all the different types of hormones and how they work in the nephron. Everything is here inside of Notability. It's great for making your review sheets. It's not good for annotating PDFs. It's not good, but it will sync with Dropbox and Google Drive as well. Study Glue. Basically, I'm not a big fan. because it's hard to find other people's files and their notes and get them into your program. It's good for making your own, but you have to pay. It's a subscription program. So either get MentalCase or get Inky. Those are the best, bar none. QuickOffice, if you just needed something to edit a Word document, QuickOffice is good because it has Excel, PowerPoint, and Word all built into it. So if I want to make a new file, this is going to show all my secret passwords. I should close that. So right here, I can be able to choose if I want a presentation, a text file, or a spreadsheet, and I can make whatever I want. It's just kind of a clunky program that doesn't. It's okay. I have it because it works. I don't know. It syncs with Dropbox nicely, which the Apple programs don't do. I like Pages, Numbers, and Keynote, which are Apple programs for doing all of you. If you're going to do really a nice presentation, a really nice document that you really have to print off and publish, get Pages. It's like $9 a piece. Spend the money, buy them. They work really well. You're not going to find another program that works better than the Apple programs for doing basic Word editing, unless you go to Google Drive. Google Drive, you can do all the same stuff and build your own Word documents and things like that as well. Okay? Okay, a couple of helpful apps that are more, you won't find these on the internet very often, is, first of all, download Epocrates for free. That's a given. It's like $200, you can get it for free on the website, and thank you for Jay for putting that up.
From Jay's MD Cafe, yeah.
Jay's MD Cafe, which he's awesome for putting that up for us. This right here, Heart Murmur Pro, is very helpful for learning all the heart murmurs, and I don't think this volume's turned up right now. Is it going to play? I don't know if it's going to play or not. Let me see if I can turn it up. But I can be able to play aortic stenosis here, mitral valve prolapse, and it'll tell me everything about each of those diseases, and I can quiz myself. And it's really hard to find a program that will do that. It's just there's just not good programs out there for that. So use Dr. Warner's program, use Heart Murmur Pro. It's helpful. BrainView's a cool program where you can basically take